Hi, welcome to Sage Circle. I'm Amythyst. Today we're going to be doing a pick a pile, one for study and one for somebody or people already in their career. First of all, I'd just like to mention this is a custom made wand. My phone isn't focusing. That I've had for about 15 months now by another woman on YouTube who's recently started a channel. She's been doing readings just as long as I have, but we're both new to YouTube. And her name is Miss Mellie Flow's Vibe Life, and she owns and is the creator of the business Whittler's Wands. And this is a custom wand. She's actually my friend. She's my very good friend, and I have a lot of love and a lot of time for her. But I just thought I would pull my wand out today because I don't use it very often. I put it on a ritual table or something like that, but it never really gets the justice it deserves. So, hurrah, here's its justice. Okay, so we're going to be doing the study pile first. So just give me a sec. Sorry, I'm still getting used to like sorting timestamps and stuff. So, okay, first pile for people embarking on study or actually studying already. We have the rosewood oil. This is, come on, focus. Or not, whatever works. Okay, so, as you know, I channel and I don't use tarot. Just give me a minute, please. Study pile. Spirit says, the poppy. Why isn't this not focusing? Remember who you wanted to be. Spirit is saying that you're wrapped up in your world around you when it comes to jobs and the opinions of other people. That the path you wanted to walk down and the things that you aspired to be in the last couple of years when it comes to working career hasn't really fallen into place for you because you have come off the path, basically. Spirit's saying that it's time to get back on the path, that they've paved the way for you. The path is right there. You just have to walk it. That's not to say it's not going to be a bit rocky or a bit tumultuous along the journey, because that's what happens in life. But remember who you wanted to be. Caught in the ruins. Okay, so Spirit is saying that this is exactly where you are in your heart space and your head space, your crown, when it comes to your outlook on your prospects for education or furthering your education. Spirit is saying you are locked in a false prison. And this card speaks for that for itself. There are two people locked into a very, very old building, which is, to me, is an outdated mindset or way of looking, and it mightn't be your mindset or way of looking. It could be those around you. Nonetheless, it is here and it is a message for you. So they're sitting there gloomy because they're caught in the ruins. But what Spirit's saying is that, hello, there's no roof. Why don't you just climb above the drama, the bullshit, the gossip, the talk, or the put downs or the insecurities, and go for it. There is no roof there. There is nothing holding you back. But because your vision is forward focused and not upwards and forward movement, you can't see that you can get out. So Spirit is saying that you won't be caught in the ruins if you just take that step or climb the fence, even metaphorically, spiritually. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Well, that just actually ties in with the card I have just read, and also their colours are very much similar. I actually pre-shuffle all my cards, so I don't necessarily know what's in them unless it flicks over through shuffle. So just give me a minute, please. Spirit is saying that you need to walk away from certain elements in your life when it comes to money. There are some people out here that have been dreaming for a long time, over a year at least, to embark on some study. They're limited with the community they live in, the town they live in, the finances they have available to do study. And Spirit is saying that your dream is to move away and enroll somewhere to study. Don't dream it, prepare it. Get yourself organized. Even if it takes you 6 or 12 months to get organized and have some savings or have a good credit score or whatever your country specifies, it's now time to get that in place, because you will get what you want. But it says here, I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Some of you are longing to get out of where you live, to get away from the people you're around, to start fresh, and you can do that, but you might just need to plant some seeds first. It says personal growth. You might need to water yourself, water your seeds. There is a clear and direct message here from Spirit saying that for somebody that is in a, could be a violent or non-physical violent, but still highly toxic family life or partner even, whatever your situation is, you'll know. Spirit is saying that instead of dreaming and thinking you need to hide money and get ready to get out so you can get some study done, Spirit is saying join the Army, join the Navy, join the Air Force. If you can pass those tests and get in and enroll to do your nursing or whatever it is that you want to do, you can get out, you can do it. Spirit is saying that is the quickest, clearest, safest way for you to go, because all you need to do is pass all the tests, do the medicals, and whatever else that's specified again for your country, and then you can get in, and you can do that for whatever the minimum time frame is. In Australia, it's 4 years. You need to, if you join the Army, it has to be minimum 4 years. So Spirit is saying that is a really safe way for you to get out, and you don't. It's almost like you can, slink out the window at night time and never to return. Won't be that easy. Nothing ever is, really. But Spirit is saying you've got this. You can get out. There's also another message here for somebody that is considering working in the cosmetic surgery industry or cosmetic injectable industry. Now, you will be really, really good in that industry, particularly with breast augmentations and those types of things, if that's what you're into. But Spirit is saying you really need to dig as deep as you can into the company or the organization you're considering submitting resumes or what have you to, because there's a particular company, a man in particular, I can even see him. He's probably mid-50s, dyes his hair, but about 5'6", and he doesn't have the best reputation in the small print. He might have had a few legal cases over the years because of negligence or whatever's happened, but he's still very loved in the community, and everybody knows who he is, and everybody, he's a great this and he's good at that. But at the same time, he does side deals. The reason why people love him is because he would say, just give me this much money and do whatever the procedure is, when in actual fact, sometimes there's no paperwork and stuff that has been done properly. So that is a really intense, genuinely specific message for someone. But Spirit's saying you need to make sure where you go, you dig right back through and have a real good look at their credentials that people don't tend to pull up. Whew, that was heavy. Okay, Cindy Sherman. Don't be yourself, be yourselves. Tell the truth in every fiction. Take a good look in someone else's mirror. So are you feeling under pressure to fulfill a dream of somebody else's? Sorry, I'm moving my arm around here. Are you fulfilling somebody else's dream, or is pressure being put on you to fill somebody else's dream? So somebody might have wanted to be a banker and they didn't get to do that in their life, so now they're pushing you to work in finance, be an accountant or what have you. It says don't be yourself, be yourselves. Tell the truth in every fiction. Take a good look in somebody else's mirror. It's okay to have multiple personas to live your life. I mean, if you're one of those people that work really hard through the week and then go out partying 3 nights a week, but that would be one of these faces on the card, for example. So that doesn't mean that when you study or when you're doing what you need to do, you have to drop those things, because if you work hard, you're entitled to play hard. If you study hard, you're entitled to have downtime too. But Spirit is saying that don't be pressured or out of guilt from family or whoever to step into a study or a course or a certificate or a diploma or anything that's not what you want to do. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's going to cause you beef, but don't do it. Why should you? Look at all these other faces here. Look, you might even want to be a hairdresser or work in the beauty industry. Like, lo and behold, she's got her boobie out, but anyway. But, look, could even be midwifery that you're considering getting into. But yeah, don't worry about what other people think. You're going to have a hard time because you're not fulfilling their dream. But Spirit's saying, don't worry, you've got, look at all these other options here. You're the exact same person on every other day. You just look different, or you are different, and it's all about growth. So it's okay to move forward. Sorry, my earbuds got loose. Okay. I choose to grow lovely thoughts. Aww, this is so sweet. It's a beautiful card. Okay, so Spirit is saying that if you can't enroll for some study now because you're just not in a position to do so for whatever reason, you need to plant your seeds. It says grow lovely thoughts. So what you need to do is make a folder on your phone with information screenshots or web links or what have you. You need to start doing researches on colleges or institutions, organizations, universities, or wherever you want to study from, or whatever your situation is. You need to start compiling all that and weighing up your pros and cons, getting all your paperwork in order, getting all your checks done that you need, if you need a police clearance and all sorts of things, whatever. You need to now grow your lovely thoughts. And then when you know you're ready, like you might have a vision, okay, May next year I'm going to be ready. Well, that's what your goal is. Don't come off that goal. Nobody needs to pat you on the back for that goal. Pat yourself on the back. You'll get where you need to be. But Spirit is saying don't give up. I mean, look at this woman's thoughts. She's beautiful. She's got rosy cheeks and her thoughts are just in full bloom. Spirit is also saying that there's a person that wants to work. Spirit is saying there is a person that is studying with food, whether it's a chef or what have you, and you're also working in the same industry. You're doing training and on-the-job training as well as the theoretical side of it. And they're saying that the environment you're in is really bad in your workspace, but you need to be there because it's part of your journey. Spirit is saying that these people that are mean or cruel or malicious or nasty or put you down or pick on everything you say and do, that you need to just not take offense to that and not take it personally, because your dream of owning your own business will come a lot quicker than you think. In less than 3 years, you will have what you want. But you won't just have this big fancy restaurant. I'm getting told and seeing that's not what you want. You want a franchise that has little different shops at coastal beach places or wherever, all across your country. You will have exactly that. You'll have it. In 5 years, you're going to be rolling in the coin. You could retire. You won't because you're an exceptionally hard worker, but you could retire. But Spirit's saying keep that close to your heart. Just, it's hard when somebody's up in your face and being rude and nasty and spiteful because they can, and because you're not the type of person to, say to a person, these hands are coming at you or anything like that. You need to just knuckle down and be quiet about it because you don't defend yourself. And I'm not saying you're a weak person. I'm saying you don't like the drama. You're not one to retaliate and get up in their face. That's what they want because that's what they're used to in their whole life, not just you. So don't take it personal, but you'll get what you want. Also, Spirit is saying not to talk to people about your very attention to detailed goals. So what you'd like on your menu one day, your color scheme, the ideas of the names of the business, the places, the locations. Spirit's saying don't get so specific with people outside your immediate circle because somebody will try and take that from you. Oh, heavy energy. I'm a student. I've studied all year and I own my own small business. I'm a sole trader for this industry that I work in, that I'm doing reads and stuff. So, and I've studied all year. So it can get heavy. But Spirit is saying you're on the right path. Let's see what we got here. Now, these particular cards here, I have hand selected. It's out of one of my very own decks. It's a sigil deck that I made this year. I think maybe around June I'd finished it. It took about 3 months to channel all the sigils. There are 111 sigils in the deck, and eventually I will bring it out. I've got other decks I want to publish first. But this particular deck, you can use these sigils for anything. So this particular sigil is for the law of attraction. I'll just bring it close to the screen. Now, you can screenshot this. You can carve it into a candle. You can draw it on a piece of paper and put it underneath your pillow. You can draw it on your pillow. You can draw it on your mirror in eyeliner or lip liner or a permanent marker. It'll come off anyway with some nail polish remover. You can put it wherever you want because it'll help you. It is literally my custom sigil for law of attraction. The next one is tune in. You need to really focus on what you want. You really need to put the blinkers on and remove all outside influences that aren't to your better good or your highest good for what you want in your study. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to actually do the study. It's great if you join a study club or catch up with some friends over whatever and do your study together over the weekends and stuff. But you're the one that puts pen to paper or finger to computer or, brain to book or what have you. It's only you. So this here is spirit source. We're all joined to spirit. This is the rest of the world, the whole entire planet, and then there's you. So even though we're all on the same wavelength, we're all on the same path, we're all walking the same way we should, Spirit is saying that you need to just focus on what you're doing, because even though you might feel a bit singled out or a bit concerned about what's going on around you or how you're going to function or focus when it comes to your study, Spirit is saying that we're all on the same wavelength and you'll get what you need. You just need to tune in. This particular sigil is space clearing. So Spirit is saying that if you already are studying, you need to clean up your space. And even if your space is clean and tidy, you need to cleanse your space. You need to get that new lamp you've been thinking about, change the color in the room, change the curtains, get a new chair, whatever it is you need to do, clear up the clutter, even if it's just energy, because study energy can be quite heavy when you are in a mindset of learning. So Spirit is saying that it's time to clear up that space. Now, if you are not studying, if you aren't studying or you're enrolling for study in the next 12 months, you need to clear your space on your calendar, in your journal, in your head, in your own space. You need to make a conscious effort and hold space for what it is you want to achieve. You need to clear space out of yourself and make some room to accept, okay, this is actually going to happen now. There are dogs yapping a couple of streets over. Okay, now I did want to say that Archangel Jophiel is a patron angel of education and wisdom, and you can call on him to help you with study and exams. Basically, he can release powerful light onto your brain and your head, and it'll help you with your learning and growth. So thank you very much. We're going on to pile 2 now for people that are already in a career. And this is Clary Sage Oil for already in a career pile. Okay, Spirit says, Lily, good partnerships are made of equal amounts of positivity. Oh, that's really sweet. Okay, just give me a minute. Spirit is saying that you have an opportunity. If you're a sole trader or on your own small business, or you're thinking about embarking on your own small business and expanding your repertoire and your career, that this is what it says. Good partnerships are made of equal amounts of positivity. So there will be some people put into your life specifically from Spirit that will really boost your clientele or really boost your networking. And Spirit says if you're not too sure about it, just overlook some contracts properly. Go over them properly. Don't sign anything that you're going to be locked in for 2 years or longer. Just be realistic about your partnerships. And if it's to do with money, you're safe at this time. But you're safe with having a partnership to do with finances in your career. It's going to be okay, but that won't be long term. You will need to pull out, and you're quite clever. You have a really good sixth sense, a really innate intuition, and you'll know when the time is to pull out and save your money. Oops, these appear upside down, sorry. Diversity. Okay. Now, this particular woman is holding a book, and it's open, or a scroll. There's scrolls on the ground. There's books all around her. So basically what Spirit is saying is it is a time to really push out and engage with people and network in ways that you normally wouldn't, because at the end of the day, business is business. And if you need to expand your business or you want to get your name out there, you really need to be diverse in your approach. Go to a little Asian mini mart and see if they've got a board on the wall where you can put a poster up. It doesn't matter where you go. You just need to go to all different places and put your name out there. And it's about being diverse. As also, its Spirit is saying for somebody in particular that you will have somebody come into your career or that you work with that has a very different outlook to what you do. Their brain is wired very differently to you, and sometimes you have a short fuse with them in yourself. You have a short fuse, but the Spirit is saying, please don't be alarmed and please disarm yourself over that, because their focus and their goal is the same as yours. And if you could see your energy and their energy, you would see it's quite well matched. I am the dreamer of my dream. So Spirit is saying that it's time for you to really push out on your own if that's what you want to do. If you've been working in the same industry for years and years and you love your job, you're very good at what you do, you've got good clients, you've got good backing, you've got good finance, all of the great things that come with working hard for your career, it is now time to fulfill that dream, because you won't fall. Spirit will catch you. Everything will be okay. Of course, there's going to be a few people that are going to get their nose out of joint because they feel as though in themselves you owe them something. But at the end of the day, you've paid your debts, whether it's spiritual, financial, emotional, karmic. There's a spiritual contract, obviously. There's lots of spiritual contracts when it comes down to careers and finances and work. So you need to get forward now. I am the dreamer of my dreams. Spirit is saying, I have a dream, You need to get out there now, because your dream is going to come true. Next year, by middle of next year, you won't even know yourself. You'll be so far up the chain in your own personal growth when it comes to your outlook on your career. You're going to think, why didn't I do this 2 years ago when I first thought about it? So Spirit is saying it's okay. Step out now. Pablo Picasso. If nothing else, be prolific. Choose to have as many styles as you do lovers. Make something worth impersonating. This is amazing. Okay, so Spirit is saying that it's okay to be creative. It's okay to make a splash. It's okay to make waves. And it's okay to do things differently than other people. Who cares if you make a name for yourself in your industry in a way that nobody normally would, or if it's a backwards approach to the industry insiders or what have you. Go with it. Whoever you love and hone in on, it says here, make something worth impersonating. So look at people that are your mentors or that inspire you through your life. Do a bit of research on them. You might have already. You might know about their lives and their careers. It could be Picasso, could be one of your mentors or inspirations. And what Spirit is saying is that draw on the strength from that and just do what you need to do. He wasn't very well liked for a long period of time, Picasso, honestly, because he was so out of the book. And this is what you need to do as well, because you'll get where you need to be and you'll get the recognition that you need to do. Spirit is saying that whoever is considering working in the same industry but moving to a different company that is better prospects, it looks good on paper, Spirit's saying now's not the time. Stay where you are. At least, if you get offered a new contract where you're working already, stay there. Do a 6-month or 12-month or whatever it is. It mightn't be what you want right now, but in the long term, you'll be grateful that you did, because the other place is going to go into liquidation or something, and you're going to really regret it. It's going to be very hard for you. Right now, you're stable and you're secure and you're lucky. So stay where you are. I shine my light. This is like the Picasso one. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to do things a little differently. If you want to use colors for your logos or do things that you normally wouldn't do in your career, it's okay. Look, it's almost like this girl has a candle. It's a candle glowing in her chest. She is the light. She is the light. And her heart, look at her heart. It's in full bloom. It's growing. Her heart is prominent. So come from the place of within you. Come from your own heart. Now, Spirit is saying that somebody is considering changing colours and even the business name to their business or the industry that they're in is going to do that. The main place that they work through is going to do that. And I think it'll be really good. There's a bit of a divide. There might be a bit of a divide about font and something so ridiculous around you, because it's just petty shit, honestly, but it'll do really well. And I think uniforms might even change, if you're aware of that. I can see somebody in a pair of scrubs, and I don't know what the rules are. I don't know if you can wear any scrubs in a certain hospital. I don't know what that is, but I'm getting told by Spirit that you're going to be moved to a different area in the hospital that you work at, and I can hear children. So I don't know if you work in the birthing suite or if you work with children in a ward with children, but Spirit is saying that your scrubs are going to change colour, and that is almost like a badge of honour. So congratulations, it's fantastic. I can also hear like diggers, and I can hear dirt and metal scraping and things like that. So if somebody's partner has the opportunity to embark on a business, to expand their business with a big contract, but they have to go away a lot for work for the next year or two, please let them go. Don't be upset. Don't pull on their heartstrings. They are coming from a space of movement for their own selves. They need this, and they've bloody earned this. They've worked hard for this. They might get a contract with a mining organisation or something like that and have to be away for good periods of time. They're very faithful. They're not going to be deceitful. There's no deceit. The money's going to triple fold in your life, and that will give you the opportunity to work on that hobby that you've always wanted to work on, to actually have it as a part-time job, separate to what you do already. You'll make good money, and you will have enough money, and he will give you a sick allowance. It'll be a wicked allowance to do things that you want to do. So awesome. Sigils. Silenced is thy envy. Okay, so as I've said in the other pile, you can screenshot the sigil. You can draw it on a piece of paper, put it in your purse, draw it on your mirror with permanent marker, draw it on your pillow, put it on some paper underneath your bed, whatever works for you. You could even stick it underneath your desk at work if you're having hard time with people that are being envious of your career or your prospects or whatever you've got going on to do with work and career. Silenced is thy envy. So I don't know if you guys have watched the other pile, but this is a sigil deck that I've made this year. It took me about 3 months to make, and there is 111 sigils in this deck. It's not published yet, but I will publish it soon, maybe next year. I've got others I want brought out first. Cash flow. Again, draw this. Screenshot this picture, draw it anywhere you feel fit. You can even draw it on a $5 note or some money, and just put it in a special jar with a little bit of cinnamon, and that is the basic abundance and money spell, just for growth. A little bit of rosemary as well, a bit of basil. They're all things for good luck and money and protection. So you could draw this anywhere you want. It'll help you if you need a little bit more money because you want to do some specific advertising, or you want to get a proper portfolio done, but you don't have the time and you want to pay somebody to fix up your portfolio. Use this baby here. It'll get you cranking. Spirit source. Spirit is with you through and through. See Spirit coming down? That is Spirit. That's the angelic realm around it. That is us here as a collective. That's us as people. It's like the earth. It's the dome, the upside down dome. It's like an upside down bowl, basically. And that is you, what you're putting out, and they're receptors of what's coming back up into Spirit, basically. So Spirit is with you, Spirit source. So you can use the sigil, you can draw it, etch it into a candle, you can draw it, as I've said, with the others. And you can just ask Spirit to please come in. You can walk past it every morning and say, "Morning, Spirit," and have it with the other sigils. This is just a sign and some help, a visual help, for Spirit to come in and guide you on the right path. Okay, so overall, Archangel Gabriel is the angel of jobs and career, and you can ask him for guidance with your career goals. And God is my strength is what Archangel means. Archangel Gabriel, sorry, that's what it means. So Oh, I really need to get a proper stand so I'm not wobbly, because as you can see I'm quite wobbly, and I think the camera flicked over a few times, but I'm just going to let that ride for now and put it down to a newbie on YouTube. So much love, blessed be. Please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate your feedback, and take care. Much love, Amethyst.